You already out, you're gonna react to what happened to OG Macko. If y'all don't know who OG Macko is, he came up with that one song, like, bitch, you guessed it. You was right. That song is fire. That's the only song I listen to.
Alright, so I'm sorry if this video's humor levels are like in the drain, but this is something that I just really want to talk about because I don't know, it really upset me, and I think it's because I resonated with the surrounding information, like if you know the context. I don't know if bro is, confirmed past or not, so
Yeah, there was like speculations that like he passed or something like that. You feel me? And all that stuff. But speaking of him, like speaking of OG Macko, like I seen like recent like pictures of him, like his face is all like not in the good conditions. You feel me? You feel me? Like he probably having like skin like problems. You feel me? Or something like that. I don't know what's going on with that.
I just don't want to be wrong about the situation or like jump the gun. So if I say stuff like is or was, yeah, sorry about that. So anyway, there's an artist named OG Macko, and OG Macko has had like quite a wild history if you've been keeping up with him, and it's honestly like a really sad story. Yeah, it's a little bit upsetting, man. He made that song that was literally everywhere in 2014, the bitch you guessed it. Woo! I don't care how old you are, you have to remember that song, bro. The song was like
I remember that song, and he and 2 Chainz hopped on the song with him too, like with remix version.
everywhere on Vine, the radio. It was literally just everywhere. And if I'm not mistaken, I think 2 Chainz did like a remix or something.
That's a fact, he did.
And then that actually brought it up on the Billboard. And from there, you know how the rest usually goes. He signs with QC. And unfortunately for OG Macko, that was kind of like just it. I mean, don't get me wrong. He still had songs that absolutely bang that came later down the road. But for the most part, nothing ever really topped, you guessed it. I think my
Basically one hit wonder.
favorite song of all time by Macko, I ain't even gonna lie, it's gotta be fucking with the Migos. I don't remember where I first heard it, but like if there was a gun to the back of my head and Buddy told me to recite that whole song bar for bar and don't mess it up, I swear to God I could do it. And the beat for that song is just phenomenal. Let me see who looked this up real quick. Oh, Ducko McFly. Okay, I don't know who that is, but thank you, Ducko. Anyway, OG Macko, more or less, is a really sad case in hip hop for a couple of different reasons. And the first one that I think of is that his career has got to be one of the biggest blueprints for what exactly not to do when you are realizing you are about to get on. Now, obviously, back in 2014, there wasn't nearly as much pushback and obvious information about how maybe signing to a label such as QC isn't the best option. I feel like with OG Macko, it's almost like the industry didn't really know where to put him in, and they handled his career so poorly. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but because it's not like he makes bad music. He never made bad music. You had songs like Gang, Fuck 'Em, and on top of that, I don't know if you guys even knew this, but for those of you that did know him, this dude has like a lot of mixtapes out there. So there's a lot of work with like, as far as his projects goes, like his singles, features. One thing Macko wasn't bad at was actually working. You know, a lot of rappers out here just end up getting caught on drugs. And I mean, did you guys see Kodak Black's Rolling Loud performance? Can someone please get this man some help? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead serious. Nigga was like bumping into like the background dancers. He barely actually performed. It's a hard.
Nigga drinking lean, bro. Like, what's up with niggas? Why niggas drinking lean or something, bro? Like that shit is cool or something, bro. Shit is not.
Watch for sure. And OG Macko just wasn't drugged out. I mean, Buddy literally just
I heard Lil Wayne like got sick off of that drinking lean, off of lean, bro. Like,
makes music. That's all he wanted to do, and that's all he did. That's why his career is just kind of frustrating to me, because he never really seemed to get his footing down well enough to have a massive name in the, industry. And it's really not even his fault. Like, QC basically screwed him over.
You mad at QC still, or is that relationship a little? What happened?
I don't talk to them, but and I'm explaining this in a way where it's understandable. From a business aspect, I understand
That
what
they tried
they
to
did.
freeze your career at a certain point.
I think from what it was that I wasn't a controllable asset. I was an asset, but not a controllable asset. And I feel like if you are trying to manipulate the way that they end up manipulating, that you need a controllable asset. So QC had plenty of opportunities to say, look at what we're doing, look at the fashion, look at where this guy's coming from. But if you do that, if you give me that light, if you give me that shine, you can't take it back.
The average person who knows about OG Mako thinks about a song that came out almost 10 years ago, and that's it. But he literally just dropped an album in like 2021. I think it was called like The God of Rage or
I didn't know that. I didn't know he dropped an album back then.
something like that. So I don't know. It's just disheartening. But even past that, OG Mako seemed to always have the shittiest cards dealt to him. So back in 2016, we had actually almost lost him in a car crash that was pretty violent. And watching interviews where he speaks about it just makes me even more upset given the entire context, because he would always just have such a positive outlook on it.
How are you feeling after your accident?
I mean, I felt like a fucking champion, whatever. You know, I'm here. The one thing you don't want to do is like dwell on shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this man almost lost his fucking eye, and he's over here talking about some damn, I felt like a champion. Come on, bro. Like, that is the energy we need in this world, genuinely. After that accident, it was reported that he suffered like multiple skull fractures, cracked vertebrae, a broken orbital, whatever that is, and heart palpitations. And he just took it like a G. I remember there were being reports that like it was going to be a Fetty Wap situation where he would have had to replace his eye, but apparently that was all cap. But he was wearing an eye patch for like a cool few months. And it just sucks because the unfortunate circumstances only seem to escalate from here on. So there was pictures of Mako going around in 2019 with his face having issues that I'm absolutely just not going to show. And people were saying that this dude had HIV, he looked like a ghoul from Fallout, don't laugh. And basically the whole internet was like clowning him.
Damn, shit, that's what people do on the internet. They cut ass, bro. No, they cut ass on anybody, no matter who you are, bro.
And he goes on No Jumper to basically explain what was going on. And to make a long story short, his eyes started swelling up. He started scratching his scalp and pieces of it were coming out. I'm just gonna spare you more details, but the technical term for what Mako was experiencing was called necrotizing fasciitis or something, which is basically like a bacterial infection that causes cells in the body's soft tissue to die off. And that's why people call it like a flesh-eating disease. Okay, I'm getting itchy just thinking about that shit, so moving on, right? OG Mako's reasoning for doing what he did makes sense in his own mind, and I completely understand, but it still sucks to think about because OG Mako has just kind of gone through so much bullshit throughout most of his career, and seemingly it all came to a head a few days ago where he attempted to take himself out. His manager confirmed that he was in the ICU while I'm recording this, but either way, he tried to take himself out. Now, after all these different things I've explained about Mako, it moderately makes sense why he would just see that as his only option, but it's just still a tough situation. I mean, to feel that alone and hurt that the only method you see fit is to end it, it just bothers me, and I don't know. It's because I empathize with the situation, but also I just know exactly what that fucking feels like. Sometimes you just have so much going on and nobody around you can really see it. You just don't know what to do. And the way the industry handled Mako's career just really infuriates me to such a high degree because it was so easy to make him a superstar. It's not like he didn't have the talent. I don't know too much about the logistics of his deal, but his music wasn't bad by any means. I already said that, but I don't know. I just feel like the industry put him on ice for whatever reason, and I know life cannot be fair all the time, but god damn, man. Long story short, the industry treated him unfairly, and it seems like most of the time OG Mako pulled a short stick. And this story just bothered me the way it did because I just want everyone watching this to please understand that if you ever in life feel like you have no one to talk to, I don't know, just message me or something, or I don't know, because the
Somebody
driving
go
factor
to a therapist if it works for you.
in most people's self-deletions is that people feel alone. And I'll try my best at times to respond to all my message requests because I'm a regular person just like y'all, man. Side note, apparently he's recovering from his attempt and it's looking decent for him, which is great. But please let this be a lesson to just check on people, man. You really never know what someone is going through because I'm sure most of you watching this video know what it's like for someone to ask, "Are you okay?" And you're just like, "Yeah," but you're not. I love all of you guys, man. Even the ones that just dumb my content down to me hating, you know, I really appreciate all of you guys, and I just want you guys to never really feel alone. That's why this situation bothers me. Anyway, I'm UVXCX.
That's the vid. So yeah, bro. Let me know what y'all think about this, bro. About OG Mako. Yeah, that's the only song I heard was You Guessed It. You feel me? And the rest of the songs, I never heard before. And yeah, bro. Prayers to OG Mako, bro. Like like is apparently trying to take his own life. So prayers up to him. Hope he's doing way better now. Hope he's doing better. And yeah, bro. That's it. If you're an OG Mako fan, let me know what's your favorite song of him. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and little vibes. Go checking out you are.